Another vintage cube draft. So, Swords of Plowshares I think is the best card here. And probably the most flexible, because it can both go in mono white. You can actually play it in mono white, because mono white is more like a deck that taxes your opponent's mana. So you much rather have Swords than Path to Exile. You don't need to be super aggressive. But it can also slot very nice in a blue-white control deck. And the other option is to take Dark Ritual and go to Heavy Storm, but I think that... Let's try and take a card that leads me down two good paths. Either mono white or blue white control. Alright, and here is Jace Better Than All. So I'm just gonna take that. Had I taken Dark Ritual, I would have to choose between Frantic Search and Tendrils. Probably would have taken Frantic Search and tried to wheel Tendrils, but Jace slots very nicely into a blue white control deck. If I want, I can take Elite Spellbind and force like mono white, but I think Jace is much better. It works very nice with Swords of Plowshares. Of course, these are a combination in Legacy, or it used to be when I played Legacy a couple of years ago. Both these cards were in the Miracle deck. Wow, Mox. Third pick. Even though it's a red Mox, it's fantastic in a blue-white control deck. Probably were two other powers in this pack. And it's nice to cast Jace a turn earlier. Not so impressed by this pack. There is Mother of Runes, which is a card I don't like in blue-white. Because you often don't have enough creatures or you don't care to protect them. Treachery, a board controlling card. Or Misty to help me fix my mana with Tundra. I heard some people say that Treachery isn't that good anymore. I still think it's fine. It's true that it is worse. But I still like it. It's when you're playing against any deck that tries to kill you with creatures, this can be such a huge swing. So I think that is better than Misty Rainforest. Alright, so now there is Polluted Delta or Muldrifter. Muldrifter is much weaker than Treachery, I think. So here, I think I'm gonna take Polluted Delta just to open up the door for Tundra or Scrubland. And also maybe I don't have to be blue-white. I'm probably gonna be blue of some kind, but it's possible I get some good black cards. So here's Pestermite, Arid Mesa, Coalition Relic, I guess a Red Blast, Resto too, I guess. So if I take Pestermite, I am probably abandoning Swords or splashing it. Going to Twin. If I take Red Blast, I get a good sideboard card. Coalition Relic is a nice rampy card. And Resto can be pretty good. So my last draft. I think I should just take Resto here. Alright, Stoneforge can be pretty good if you get Batterskull. Or maybe Yitte. You can sometimes make an exception for Sword of Feast and Famine or Sword of Fire and Ice. I think Sword of Body and Mind works. But I'm gonna take it here, speculation, just in case I open... get Batterskull. Intrepid Adversary. More an aggressively casted card, although it is pretty good against Mono Red. Just as a free one lifelink. Although Mono Red can often just kill it. I think that a temporary lockdown is not great. It's okay against Mono Green, but I'm gonna take Intrepid Adversary for now though. Echo of Eons, probably not. White card, I guess. Ooh, both Soulfire and Elite Spellbind. I think Elite Spellbind is a little bit better, especially when you got Resto to double tax. Soulfire is a card I probably only play if I get Time Walk or Side Dealing as Mono Red, so Elite Spellbinder it is. I guess I take Arcane Proxy. Not a combo with Resto because you have to cast Arcane Proxy, but it's good if I get Ancestral or Time Walk. blue-white card. So right now Stoneforge isn't playable, but Sun Titan with Resto. Alright, Pestimite Wield. Very interesting. I guess no one is even interested in touching Twin then. We shall see. Blue-white control. Alright, so now there is Teferi or Mana Drain. I think Mana Drain is the pick. Better card, cheaper, and I already have Jace that does similar things to Teferi, but I don't have any counterspell just yet, and Mana Drain is a better card. Alright, cool. And Elspeth Resplendent. You wanna have a reasonable amount of cheap permanent so that the -3 does something. Or the +1 needs to target something. So don't think I'm super high on that card. I think that Venser is a good interactive card, good with Resto too. Get to bounce another thing. Marsh Flats is a potential wheel. But there is that, but the ship has sort of sailed. I think Ouse is kind of good. I like me another interaction card, and since we picked up Mana Drain, we are better now against a combo deck, so having another creature is good. Dealing with creatures. Godless Shine would actually fix my mana because I could get it with Polluted Delta, so Polluted Delta would turn into a fixer, but maybe I can wheel that. Steel Seraph. Pretty weak. I don't think this is a good deck for Lotus Petal. Go down a card. Emrakul is a card that can help me against Storm if they're trying to kill me with Brain Freeze. So I'm basically just gonna get a sideboard card here. So do I want Steel Seraph against mono white, mono red, or do I want Emrakul against Brain Freeze? I think this deck is weaker against Storm. Alright. Path, which is much worse than Oust and Swords. I actually think Path is worse than Oust. So I'm gonna take Flicker Wisp because that has some good cards to blink here. It's also sneak attack to go with Emrakul, but Flicker Wisp is really nice. Bounce Venser, Resto, Spellbinder. If you got a lot of mana, you could even bounce Intrepid Adversary and then pay. But I might actually play this just as a sort of flexible early play. And there's also Flicker Wisp Sun Titan, I suppose. Ooh, Wall of Omens, fantastic card, especially in this deck. With Flicker Wisp, Resto, helps me alive. Wouldn't mind some more counter spells like... Ooh, but I will not say no to Palace Jailer. Fantastic card, and even better when you got ways to blink it. Because as long as you can beat a Monarch, you can exile several things with this. Because if you play this exile something, you're the Monarch still. You can exile more stuff with Palace Jailer, and as long as you're the Monarch, you're not gonna come back. Okay. Not a Silverblade Paladin deck, not a Karn deck either, but maybe there are matchups where Karn is good. I can also take Walking Ballista just in case I get a Trinket Mage. Maybe I want another target. I think Karn is a card that I can agree is too bad these days. Alright, Thraben Inspector is a fine card here. Very nice to blink with some of my cards and cheap play. So I want Batterskull pretty badly. Parallax Wave, maybe I can combine that with... or have I gotten enough cards now for Elspeth? Maybe. I'm going to take Elspeth. I might play it. Probably not though. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do have 6 creatures and or permanents to put into play, but I think it's too weak. Just doesn't give you enough of an upside to play. So Arcane Proxies on the sidelines until I get Ancestral Time Walk. But if I get Ancestral Time Walk, it's starting to look decent with Swords and Owls as backup targets. So, I mean, this deck is really good against creature decks. The question is, how many am I gonna play against? Not even sure I need a sweeper necessarily, but might take it if I see one. We're back, take the white card. A little too rough on the man, I think, with double white here, but... Probably not playing any of these cards. I mean, I'm sure I'm not playing any of these cards. So. Did not wield the Godless Shrine, but I can still maybe pick up Scrubland unless I saw it in the draft. Or Tundra. Or Hallowed Fountain. So Scrubland, Tundra, or Hallowed Fountain would be nice. I'm not sure I've seen Seachrome Coast either. Maybe it was in the first pack. It's also Flooded Strand, of course. And Notorious Signet could be okay too. Did not wield Teferi, which is a little concerning. Well, it's not concerning Ancestral Recall. So I guess Arcane Proxy is going to get in there now. Yeah. Maybe we'll spell Claire. I don't think I'm willing Caracas. I think that the people know now how good Caracas is. But very nice. So that solves the card advantage. Because right now, before Ancestral, I only had Jace and Shenanigans with Wall of Omens. But when you got a card like Ancestral, a card like Intrepid Adversary becomes better because you can now spend a card on a 3/1 lifelink. Okay, so here's Yitte to go get with my Stoneforge, Wandering Emperor, Riftwing, Mana Leak. I think I want this Stoneforge to be good, so I'm gonna take Yitte. I got 10 creatures, of course, not good with Wall of Omens, but I do have some cheap creatures and some invasive creatures. I think the Yitte is gonna be decent here. And of course, Wandering Emperor and Mana Leak Riftwing is not the absolute bangers, so I think I can afford to give up those. Oh, Sherlock Isle, never passed that card. Got Ancestral to dig me deeper, Jace, Wall of Omens, and maybe this fetch land. Now I want fixing really bad because picked up some really powerful cards and would like to cast them. Okay, so Recruiter of the Guard. Get me some good cards here, but I think I need this Spar's Headquarters. I need a Fixer. Unfortunately, I can't get it. But I can get it with Polluted Delta, never mind. But it doesn't come into play untapped. But yeah. Sorry, Recruiter of the Guard would be decent here, but I think this deck needs a Fixer at this point. And I think Consider is nice, better than Elspeth. I already have Sun Titan if I want a 6-drop, and Spectral Possession is too hard to cast, even though you can sometimes pay the generic. You can play it for 2 white. Consider also makes Arcane Proxy a little bit better. Ooh, Celestial Colonnade. Some really good cards here, like Upheaval, Fable, Lion's Eye. Ephemerate is interesting, and so is Esper Sentinel once you got Yitte, but gonna take another Fixer here. And there is Scrubland, so now Polluted Delta becomes a Fixer. You can get Basic Island or Scrubland. And even though I have Shelldock Isle, this Golos is Still too weak, although I could maybe be able to activate Golos between Sparse Headquarters and this Scrubland, but now I feel much better about my mana. Right, Karmic Guide is pretty weak, so is Silent Clearing. And then off-color sync. Take Karmic Guide. Oh, Lurrus. I'm not going to be able to companion it, but I think just playing Lurrus straight up in this deck is good, because I have a lot of cheap permanents. Raven Inspector, Stoneforge, I guess, wouldn't get me an equipment. Intrepid, Wall. So yeah, and also it's a 3/2 lifelinker, so play Lurrus, probably. And let's see. I need more playables. I only have 19 playables, but it's possible Mother of Runes can get in there. It's starting to look decent here because it's another creature that can wear Yitte. It's a card I can play with Lurrus and protect Lurrus. Yeah, sure, I might play Mother of Runes here. And I'll play Sun Titan as well. Ooh, Riftwing's not bad either. So I'm filling out my deck here. It's better than Murktide Regent. I don't have that many spells anyway. Baneslayer is better than other cards. I did not wheel Recruiter of the Guard, which is unfortunate. I would have played that probably. I have a lot of cards to get with, but oh well. I thought at the time taking the mana fixer was more important. So one last card. Ooh, Esper Sentinel, I will play that. I think that card is decent. So I ended up with a reasonable amount of cheap creatures. I think still Elspeth Resplendent is too weak. Has some applications, but I just think the card itself is too bad. Yes, I could play Walking Ballista with Lurrus, but eh. So sort by color here. King Proxy is a blue card. Lurrus is a white card. I got one mono blue, one white, one dual, two duals, three duals. I mean, these are duals. So I think 6-5 seems like a good split. Yeah, no swamps, of course. I mean, Magic Online wants me to have swamps for Lurrus, but don't need to do that. Nice deck. I'm really hoping I'm playing against a lot of creature-based deck and not too many Storm decks. I think Storm can be a tough matchup, although if they are reliant on Brain Freeze, I have Emrakul in my side. Nice hand. Turn 1, Wall of Omens, or turn 1, Suspend Cloudscape. Question is Elvish Mystic. Could be mono green but splashing black. Could also be blue black. Ooh. So I think I don't need to play Wall of Omens. I think it's more important to suspend Cloudscape, getting it into play. Because right now my hand is decent, and then you could oust Elvish Mystic at some point, but I think I can also combine Riftwing Cloudscape with Mana Drain, so if my opponent plays a very problematic permanent, I could maybe wait on the Mana Drain, but Goblin Guide. Okay, is this Jan? No attacks? Okay, guess why are you putting Goblin Guide in your deck if you're afraid of giving your opponent a land? So now I think my plan has changed. I now want to cast Wall of Omens to get a blocker. Now I can maybe Mana Drain whatever I bounce with Riftwing. But now I have a nice blocker for Goblin Guide. Then next turn I can oust plus hold open Mana Drain if I don't draw anything. So maybe I want F6 through attacks or something. I just don't. If you're putting Goblin Guide in your deck, you shouldn't be afraid of giving the trigger unless your opponent's got a clear trade. But if the board is empty, you should attack, because why else are you putting that card in your deck, you know? Also, I would have whiffed hit Arcane Proxy. Okay, good sign for me. Now you're attacking. So, oh, Ancestral, nice. That is nice. I can flash that back with Arcane Proxy at some point. Here's what I'm gonna do though. I'm not gonna cast it now. I'm gonna hold open Mana Drain in case my opponent plays something very scary. I should probably oust Mystic to keep my opponent off mana. It might be possible for me to cast Arcane Proxy for 7, although I'm still going to probably flashback Ancestral, but it would be nice to get a 4/3 over a 2/1. So our next card is Elvish Mystic. Liliana of the Veil. That is an annoying card. I'm gonna counter it because this is the turn where I don't have a good answer for that right now. I don't know if I have a good answer for Liliana period, so that card could just... Why are you attacking? I shouldn't attack you. Alright, so I get Rift into play. I'm gonna bounce a land here. Don't care about the Goblin Guide. I could be super greedy and bounce Wall of Omens, but I think that I don't need to do that with an Ancestral. And with Arcane Proxy flashback Ancestral, so it would be super greedy to bounce Wall of Omens. Getting 3 mana, I'm gonna start by Ancestraling. Drew some nice ones here. So I could use all my mana to cast Arcane Proxy. And I think I'm gonna do that. The game should be over. Because my opponent doesn't seem to be a deck that can beat this. Like, my opponent's not playing a combo deck. I assume my opponent has some removal spells that deal with Banesley, so I'm not gonna board it in. Karmic Guide would be interesting, really. Oh, another Mox in my opening hand. Unfortunately, it comes to play tapped land, but... So the question is, do I cast... Let's say I don't draw an untapped white source or blue source. Do I play Mox? It plays around a discard spell, but it does not play around a artifact destruction spell. So I think I'm more scared about a artifact removal than discard. So I'm gonna chill with the Mox because it doesn't do anything right now. Of course, if I get hymned. Okay, so here you're gonna attack. I need land here, but oh, nice. So I have 3 mana. I can't cast Flicker Whisper. What I can do is play Elite Spellbind and slow down my opponent, and then maybe block. So my opponent has Fury and Nissa, who shakes the world, with 5 mana. I think since my opponent... So what do I take here? Oracle's gonna come into play tapped, so I'm gonna get a turn off. Which card am I most scared about here? Fury or Nissa? I think Nissa is scarier. I think Nissa could just beat me. I mean, Fury's gonna be good too, but first of all, my opponent cannot evoke it right now. And also that wouldn't be that bad for me. But I think Nissa is just harder to beat here. That Argot is going to be very painful for my opponent if you don't draw an untapped land here, because it's gonna delay everything a turn. And it's not usually not worth it. And Considering my opponent has Fury in hand, I should probably block with a 1 toughness creature. And I'm on force, okay. So that's what my opponent drew. Could still draw an untapped land here, I guess. I wanna add red, I think. Yeah, that's a good play. Unfortunately, I don't have a sweeper. In this particular game, it would be really nice to have a Wrath of God, but I don't, so there's no point in wishing I had it. Yeah, huh. I'm almost tempted to block. Yeah, I'm gonna block Elvish Mystic because that slows my opponent down a turn. If my opponent, so now my opponent needs to draw an untapped land next turn. Alright, very nice. Okay, so I could cast Palace Jailer here. Get the Bloodthirsty Adversary out of here. Alternatively, I could cast Jace, but Jace is sort of... I think Palace Jailer works out better against what my opponent has. Because remember, my opponent killing Palace Jailer doesn't get back the creature. And Jace is more vulnerable to Fury. This also gives me a card. Swords, nice. Everything is working very smoothly. This Argot might have cost my opponent the game. I understand that my opponent probably has Titanium, and I still don't think this is a good combo though. Not worth it, I think. Alright. Nissa costs 7. Okay. It's not gonna give my opponent back the creature though, but I guess. Alright, so now let's just make sure that to slow down my opponent. I'm gonna cast Riftwing. Bounce land that comes into play tapped, and then my opponent gets back to the Stone Age. I still get to draw a card. And then next turn I can Flicker Wisp Riftwing if I want to. Still bouncing a land. So every turn that goes by, I'm getting more and more ahead because I'm drawing an extra card and I'm developing my board. Ooh. So I could play that, get Yitte attack immediately. Or I can Flicker Wisp a land. I think I like Flicker Wisping a land and I can... Yeah, alright. Very nice hand here. I hope I don't draw Stoneforge though, because I do have Yitte already, but Yitte could be great or do nothing depending on what I'm playing against here. But I'm gonna lead with Mother of Runes. My opponent moved to 4, so opponent has a uphill battle. But yeah, you want to get Mother of Runes online because unlike Giver of Runes, Mother of Runes can protect itself, so opponent needs to have an answer immediately, or it's going to be very hard to deal with my creatures. But, oh, Solitude, okay. I mean, so now I would move to 3. No, but I understand why. It's just, oh, Ephemerate, oh. Okay, we have a game here. So, I'm still in great shape because my opponent only got to kill one thing, but my opponent now gets to keep a 3/2. Should not cast Ephemerate here, I think. Yeah. But I still think I'm gonna win this game. Although that was a Student of Warfare. Still think I'm winning this game. So, I think I'm gonna go... Oh, I was gonna cast Consider, but now I'm just gonna Ancestral. I'm gonna do this before, because, yeah. And I still think I'm winning this game. But, opponent can't attack with Student just yet. My opponent's gonna get a lot of life here, but that is fine. So now, I drew a plane, so I could cast... I'm not gonna cast Arcane Prox for a long while, because that's just gonna mean I'm gonna discard. So I think I like tapped Colonnade plus Trepid Adversary and try to trade. And I don't think I'm gonna attack that. This forces my opponent to level up student to attack, so it seems unnecessary to do that. Opponent's gonna get a first strike, so I'm not gonna get able to attack with adversary, but take 3 here. This is now a 3/3 first strike. Gonna be a double striker soon, but I'm just gonna. There's Stoneforge. I'm just gonna Palace Jailer that, and that should be game. Not attacking here. I mean, I could attack with Intrepid Adversary, I guess, but I think attacking here when I have the Monarchy is just stupid. Workshop. This is a brew. Mono white artifact aggro. Alright, so now though I think I'm gonna go with. I could wait a turn to have mana drain ready, but I think the best play is to start by casting Consider. Oh, I keep that. And then cast Jitte. Alright, so now what can I sideboard here? Mono white. At least I could be decent, but no. Baneslayer could be okay. I think this is fine. But alright, I'm gonna keep this even though it's not great, but it is, I think having a turn 1 play is nice. But this game's not gonna be as easy because my opponent moved to 4 last game. Oh, Mother of Runes battle. That makes treachery much worse. That is true. So now what? Does my opponent have Solitude again? Have to do it now. Or, okay, my opponent has Solitude. Hopefully my opponent doesn't have Ephemerate as well. Oh, has it, okay. Alright, that is unfortunate. So how do I get out of this? Opponent missed a land drop. Alright, I'm also gonna play this here because it's not gonna get any better. And yes, I can't block because of Mother of Runes, but maybe I can set up a turn where I block and oh, that was stupid, I guess. I just gave my opponent to eat this, but I do gain 3 life, so I guess I gain 6 life in some sense. 3 life from not getting attacked, but I missed that, I didn't see that, that was bad. Okay. That was a bad play. Palace Jailer, even though, I mean, Ours is bad too, but wish I had a Wrath of God, that would get me out of this, but I don't. So now how do I win? It's gonna be tough. That is true. Well, I'm gonna cast Jace, I'm gonna have to brainstorm, no point in bouncing anything. Ooh. I still think Jace is the play, uses my mana more efficiently. Alright, these are some cards. Yay, so now I don't have triple white, so I can't go Wall of Omens plus Flicker Wisp, but what I could do is, I have a plan here. Don't know if it's gonna be good, but that's unfortunate. Didn't want to see another creature, but my play is to Venser end of turn, bounce Mother of Runes. Then I'm gonna try and Treachery something. I could also do it in combat, I guess, and then my opponent can't. Alright, so here's my plan. So I'm gonna Venser here and target Mother of Runes, and if my opponent wants to give Mother of Runes protection from blue, I get to block. Alternatively, my opponent could give something else protection, but like Solitude. But this... Oh, my opponent is giving Solitude protection. Okay, but then... Yeah, I guess I'll take it. I'll take 9. But now I get to Treachery Solitude. Because Mother of Runes is only itself. Yeah, so... Play a land to play around. So here's do this. Treachery Solitude, I think. And floating, so I get access to 3 white mana. Alright, so now I can go Wall of Omens plus Flickerwisp. That's the play. Wall of Omens. Drawing a fresh card. And I can Flickerwisp or hold open mana. And I think I'm too far behind. It's going to be very tough for me to... So I think I need to Flickerwisp something. And then I'm going to Flickerwisp the Venser, I think. That way I get to bounce. I think I'm going to bounce Student of Warfare. Because that way it's gonna come back small. So my opponent has to spend mana doing that. And my opponent needs to tap Mother of Runes to give Adanta protection from white, otherwise it's blocked with Wall of Runes. But then I can jump with Venser. So I'm probably not taking too much damage here, and if my opponent uses Mother of Runes, then I can attack with Solitude probably, unless my opponent levels up Student of Warfare. I'm also getting closer to 20 cards, although I need to draw something, I think. But this game is not over, but it's looking not fantastic, honestly. But 4 mana Elspeth Knight there. Is that game? I think that's game. My opponent gives that fly. Oh, you should not do this before you activate Elspeth. My opponent should have activated Elspeth first. Now you can target this with Elspeth. Nice. If my opponent had activated Elspeth first, I would have been dead. Yeah, I'm blocking here, I think, because that saves me 3 life, and I may not be able to block further with Elspeth in play. Because I guess if I don't block, I get to kill Elspeth, but that's... But then I'm probably dead on the backswing. No? Wait. So if I don't block, I get to kill... No, I don't get to kill... Oh, yeah, I get to kill Elspeth. So maybe I should take 3 here and kill Elspeth. Yeah, I should not block here. So I get to kill Elspeth, gain 3 life, and then I'm not dead. Ooh. That's, I think, better than... that's gotta be better than holding up with mana, because I get to kill Mother Runes now. This game swung quickly. Flickerwisp. All creatures going after Elspeth. Wow. Okay, now I think I'm winning. Yep, no point in blocking for my opponent. I'm going to kill Mother of Runes and don't need to get rid of. I could kill this anytime I want because I don't really care if my opponent protects it with something. But Mother of Runes you want to do immediately because otherwise my opponent could respond but giving. I don't know. I probably did. Alright. So my opponent could have killed me, but I will take the free win. Alright, very nice. Gonna lead with Esper Sentinel here because playing Ancestral on turn 1 on the draw means you're gonna have to discard. You can play it sometimes in your opponent's upkeep, but I think I'm gonna chill here and pull Mulligan. Very smooth sailing so far. Ooh, we could be playing against a mirror. I do have a Swords to Plowshares to deal with Colonnade, but so by not casting Ancestral, I do risk my opponent countering it, but having to discard a bunch of cards doesn't seem great either. So. Might bring in Elspeth Resplendent because Planeswalkers usually are pretty good against blue-white. But let's see. It's not even. It's possible I won't even play against a controller. It could just be a random Colonnade. But usually Colonnade signals blue-white control. Opponent is pretty slow though. We're back and my opponent is casting a power. Time Walk. It's not the best Time Walk ever because I get to draw a card and it's basically just an explore. So this was probably one of the worst Time Walks I've seen, but it still does something, you know. And my opponent gets to get ahead on mana here. Spectral Procession, another card for me. So now what? I'm still not casting Ancestral here. I will if I'm about to miss land drops, but maybe my opponent's playing mono white splashing blue for Time Walk. Makes sense. So I can cast Swords, Intrepid Adversary, or Suspend Cloudscape. I think Suspending Cloudscape is the best here because a 2/2 flyer is going to be pretty good on this board. I can either bounce a token or Colonnade. And next turn, if I'm missing land drop, I'm going to cast Ancestral. Gideon. Uh-oh. So we are getting into some trouble now because I'm also not drawing lands. But maybe I can Swords Gideon. No, my opponent's just embleming. Okay, opponent's going aggro here. Alright. I guess when you're giving your opponent free cards from Esper Sentinel, you gotta finish the game fast. Okay, so I'm at 3 turn clock right now. Could be faster if my opponent finds an untapped blue source at some point. Plains would be nice. Oh man. So I think I'm gonna have to Ancestral here. I'm gonna have to discard, but what are you gonna do? Because I need to find lands here. Hopefully I find a Mox. I find no lands, okay. Alright. I guess that's where we are. There we go. Alright, so what am I discarding? Yeah, I'm gonna have to discard 3 cards. Sun Titan is too expensive. Consider is too dirty. Yes, I know it in 5 million, but I don't have time for that. And Jace probably is too slow too. Okay. I guess my opponent's strategy worked here, but I'm not completely dead. Because if I find an oh, there's Colonnade mana. Okay. Giver of Runes. That's good because it protects my opponent's spirits from Riftwind. Okay. Is this Porcelain Legionary? Yeah, it is. Alright, I didn't think I was gonna lose this game, but it's not looking good right now. Probably need an untapped white source here. And even then, I'm not sure. She had temporary lockdown now. Okay, land comes to play tapped is not ideal. Doesn't play Wall of Omens. Man, if I had temporary lockdown, would be good. Okay, Mox. A little too late for that, but so now what's my plan? I'm going to take a lot of damage, at least 4. I could take 8 if my opponent wants to give protection from white, because Esper Sentinel, while being an artifact, is still white. Okay, I guess my opponent goes for it. That makes sense. But this gives me a little bit of a window to maybe do something. Also dead to a land next turn for Colonnade, but... Okay, so now Riftwing's gonna get to do its thing. And I'm gonna get to be able to Palace Jailer like a giver. Okay, so my opponent is Hellbent. So... here comes Riftwing. If I draw a land, I can Treachery as well. So do I bounce a token or Colonnade is the question. I think I'm bouncing a token because they're both lethal and the Colonnade takes up my opponent's entire turn. Land would be nice here. Alright, very nice. Now I can Treachery and have 4 mana left. And I think I'm gonna have to Treachery the Giver of Runes here. Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so now I can Palace Jailer a token and then jump with Riftwing. Alternatively, I can Flicker Wisp Riftwing, bounce Colonnade, and then block with my Riftwing. Question is, what do I do the turn after that? I do have Venser as well. Maybe I should just keep open Venser. Venser the Colonnade seems awesome. Yeah, so I can attack with Esper Sentinel, I think. And I can jump either with Wall of Omens or Venser. But yeah. So let's see here. Not dead to a counterspell because my opponent can't both activate Colonnade and counter something, probably. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna do this now, so if my opponent wants to use Colonnade for mana, I can attack with it. Venser Shaper Savant. That's Colonnade. Let's say my opponent had like mana type. You don't want to let your opponent attack first, you know. So now I can jump with Wall. I think it's better to jump with. And the reason is now my Giver Runes is active. I can block more easily. The Porcelain Legion at least. And I can just Flicker Wisp the Colonnade. Flicker Wisp the Venser, bounce the Colonnade again. And then... starting to look decent here. Oh, okay, so now... So if I Flicker Wisp Venser, I can bounce Colonnade, and I can hold up a Mana Drain or cast Intrepid Adversary. Okay, so let's start by attacking the... what do I want to do here? Flicker Wisp, the Venser. And then, do I want to cast mana, hold up a mana drain, or do I want to play Intrepid Adversary? I think I can hold up a mana drain. Because next turn I can play Intrepid Adversary and still hold open mana drain, plus Mother of Runes. So my opponent can't attack here, I don't think, because I can just block and get protection. First strike doesn't matter then. It's Spellbinder. Yeah, I guess I mana drain that. That's also kind of scary because it's a flyer, so. So I'm gonna get 3 colorless. Yep, no attack, makes sense. I cannot attack with Flicker Wisp because I'm probably just dead then. But going to cast Palace Jailer here. And Intrepid Adversary as well. I also have my own colony at some point. But start here. Alright. I think as long as I'm careful I shouldn't lose this game, but if I get reckless I could lose. Okay. Cast this. And do I want to pay or... Oh, no, I think I'm going to pay here. At least, okay. So that was a tough game, but I got there eventually. So I almost want Baneslayer in this matchup because it didn't seem like my opponent had that much removal. What did my opponent even have? I didn't see anything. And let's see. What is weak? I think Sun Titan is probably just worse than a Baneslayer, probably. Yeah. Alright. Sun Titan is a little too slow almost in every deck, but I think it had its place in this deck. Sure. It's not the fastest, but Yitte should be fantastic in this matchup if I can get it to connect. And we got some ways to come back. This has lifelink, this has flying and can exile something. Yeah, not the greatest, but we do have some synergy with Flicker Wisp because you can play this for 3 mana and then blink it and it comes back as a 7-drop. Would have preferred something cheaper. Opponent doesn't have a play. Okay. So I assume there's going to be a Spectre Possession next turn. Okay. Do I cast Yitte or do I cast Spora's Headquarters? The problem with casting Yitte is that I don't have double white next turn if I do that. So I think I'm just gonna cast this and pass. Also this plays around like a counter spell. Hold on. It'd be fun if my opponent plays Containment Priest here, because then my Flicker Wisp turns into a Ravenous Chupacabra. But yeah, I need a double white. So that's why... oh, yeah, okay. That's a card I can also blink with Flicker Wisp if I need to, but... So, yeah, so my opponent's leveling. If my opponent hadn't leveled, it would be very obvious my opponent had an instant. Okay, so... a little late for that. But I kind of want to slow roll Yitte too, because next I can play Yitte and equip and attack immediately. So now it's the question, do I want to play Lurrus or Flicker Wisp? This is right now a 3-3 first. I think I should just play Flicker Wisp and slow down the student. because this forces my opponent to spend more mana to level it up. So it basically is kind of like a little bit of an elite spellbinder. So yeah, we shall see. Well, I like this card. It has so many applications, you know. Blinking your stuff is the most obvious, but blinking your opponent's stuff sometimes can be good. Say your opponent plays like a Chrome Mox or Mox Diamond. 4 mana. Oh, my opponent has his own Palace Jailer. Okay, that's gonna make this game very tough then. Because now my opponent gets to draw an extra card every turn, and I'm gonna have to find some way to attack my opponent. And that's a good card also because it attacks me from another angle. So far my opponent has mostly played creatures. But now my opponent gets to draw an extra card every turn, so that just attacks me in a different angle. So I'm in some trouble here. My blue source is not what I wanted because I can't cast both Lurrus and Thraben Inspector. Next time I can cast Baneslayer, I guess, but question is, what do I do here? I think I'm gonna cast Lurrus. A Sword Supplier would be a good draw because then I can Swords plus cast Arcane Proxy and flashback it. But again, killing the Palace Jailer doesn't give me that creature back. It would be huge if I could connect, because getting back Flickerwisp means I get to blink Student or something else. Alright. Alright. Solitude killing my Lurrus. I'm getting further and further down. I'm at the point now where this Baneslayer Angel needs to survive and for me to have a shot, because my opponent now has so many things going on that it's gonna be hard to overcome. But Santa wouldn't have been good in this game either, I don't think. Although I could have cast it here. Alright, I'm just gonna let's play around Daze, I guess. Oops. White. White. Baneslayer. This is pretty optimistic thinking this is gonna work, but you never know. I don't have a choice. Could maybe draw Ancestral and draw a bunch of cards, but Palace Jailer is a fantastic card. That is true. I guess if I draw my own Palace Jailer, I do immediately get back the Monarchy and I do get back Flickerwisp, which could then maybe even blink Palace Jailer. So I have some outs, but now my opponent's gonna take away double white with Wasteland. So that could be tough. Sure, my opponent will play a little faster though. Last turn I could have maybe attacked with Colonnade instead. I just don't think that's a winning play, because yes, it gives me back Flickerwisp, but then my opponent can attack me back with... My opponent gets to keep 2 creatures, right? And I only have a Flickerwisp as a block. So my opponent can just get back the Monarch, because I don't think that gets me anywhere. And I'm clearly not winning the race. Okay, my opponent. It's not done anything just yet. Gideon is not the worst. Doesn't do much here. I do have to choose between attacking Gideon or my opponent, but I'm pretty clearly gonna attack my opponent because I want to get the Monarchy. Getting back my Flicker Wisp. Okay, what makes a token? And levels. But Baneslayer is almost impossible to raise. That's why I brought it in. Get to play Jitte as well. Okay. Things are not looking so horrible anymore. Resto, huh? Can't blink Baneslayer with that, but I think though... so wait here. So if I'm gonna attack with Baneslayer, get the Monarchy, get Flicker Wisp back, then I can maybe set up Flicker Wisp plus Resto. Is that better than casting Jitte though? No. Jitte does deal with Student. No, I think for now I'm just gonna cast Jitte. Not sure why it's giving me Baneslayer interfering Jitte. I don't think I've seen that before. It probably has happened in some constructed format. Don't think my opponent can afford to play Force of Will in that deck. Alright. But the reason also is that I think if I would have an answer to Baneslayer, I would have done it last turn. Right. Flicker Wisp. I guess I'm ruining a token here. Yeah. One. Yeah, I can wait. And then Draven Spectre. And my opponent needs something to... My opponent either needs to plus Gideon or find a removal so to get back the Monarchy. But then I probably can get it back. Okay. There's a card for Arcane Proxy, I guess. Also, it's nice you gain so much life with Baneslayer. Yes, my opponent can also activate Colonnade, but here's the thing. Yes, my opponent can maybe get the Monarchy back, but then I can get it back in return, and I'm winning the race in the meantime, so... Cold showers. Alright. Well, this down to 9 minutes too, and this is game 2, I think, so... My opponent is playing an aggressive deck, sort of, so it's probably not going to be a problem, but the clock is not irrelevant. Especially since my opponent takes so much time. So, plusing Gideon, attacking with everything, but then I get to make some good blocks. I can kill Student, I can block and shrink Palace Jailer. So, yeah, let's see. Not attacking with Colonnade for now. And I don't think... So I think I'm going to block like this. And yes, my opponent gets the Monarchy, but I don't think I can prevent that. Get to shrink Palace Jailer. So I don't have to worry about that coming back. I take 5 and what gets the Monarchy, but that doesn't... I mean, it doesn't remove a creature for now. Sun Titan getting back Wasteland. Okay. Sure, it doesn't deal with Baneslayer, but it does get rid of all my white sources now, though. But I could probably draw a white source soon. And right now I don't have any more non-basics for my opponent to munch with Sun Titan Wasteland, so now I still think I attack my opponent. Oh, Oust is nice if I draw white. So let's see. Let's start by casting Consider, I think. Planes, yeah, I'll take that. At this point I will. So now I can oust Sun Titan. So here's what I can do. I can kill Student. Then I can oust Sun Titan. It's gonna come back, but now I can kill Gideon and get the Monarchy. So attack Gideon, attack you, get the Monarchy back. And yeah, my opponent has Colonnade, but that's my opponent's entire turn. Also counters on Jitte. And I guess I could cast Arcane Proxy, get back Consider, or I can wait and flashback Oust. And I think it's better to wait, because getting back Oust at some point could be really good. Now I also get to crack the clue. So next card is Sun Titan. Gives my opponent back either Wasteland or Student, but Student doesn't matter at this point. Okay, activating Colony. Sure. That is fine, because that's my opponent's entire turn. Wreck this. Final Ancestral maybe? No, but that's good. Maybe. I can't kick it, but it's not great, but it's fine. So I could also consider staying back with Baneslayer to not give my opponent a Monarchy, but it seems... Scrap Heap Scrum. Just seems... Like if my opponent wants to spend his entire turn flipping the Monarchy back and forth, I'm winning this game, because... Okay, let's start by attacking. Here I'm not gonna attack with Fravor Inspector, I can just jump with it instead. Jump with Fravor Inspector, yeah. Don't think the 1 damage matters, but... So... I have 6 mana. I can also now kill Colonnade, by the way. Next, my opponent's gonna draw Sun Titan and probably play it. That's fine. So I can blink Fravor Inspector, draw a card end of turn if I want to. Really? Okay. That is fine. I mean, even if I didn't have Resto, I could have just shrunk Colonnade, but... Resto. Cross. I can't blink Baneslayer, but I get to block and you only use 1 counter of Jitte. Also get to draw a card. Should be game. Also now I'm almost down to 5 minutes. So. Wow, I didn't think I was gonna win this game either, but here we are. Okay, so my one has something. Path on the rest. Okay. Sure. I still get to wait. I still get to kill colony. So I can block. And I think at this point I'm gonna keep the monarchy. Kill the colony. Scrubland, probably shouldn't play that into a wasteland, although my opponent could also get back colony with Sun Titan. But yeah, it's better than all. Alright, I'll play that, I think. Going to probably Fate Seal. I don't really need too many more cards. Flicker Wisp, yeah, put that on the bottom. That seems like it's annoying. Alright. Thank you for watching this blue-white control deck.